Good morning, everyone. Just seen some names hop on here, so looks like everybody's jumping in. So yeah, appreciate everyone taking the time to join us this morning. On the call, I have Sandy Higdon. So Sandy is our is sales director at Physicians Mutual, and she supports our account here at Senior Market Sales. And we actually started a relationship with, we've heard about physicians for years and years, but started working with them July of last year, right, Sandy? So still fairly new relationship, and they continue to make exciting announcements, just whether it's on broker bonus program or product innovations, and we couldn't be more excited to work with them. And we have some good momentum going, and just wanted to bring this webinar to everyone today to just learn about the opportunities to sell with Physicians Mutual. They have a very unique positioning on the med supp side with their innovative plan, as we're starting to see carriers announce higher rate actions. So I think it has a unique position for some of those clients experiencing those rate actions. And anyways, I'll let Sandy kind of cover the opportunities with physicians, and appreciate everybody joining us this morning. So I'll let you run with this, Sandy.
Thank you, Sean, and thanks for jumping on this morning to learn a little bit more about Physicians Mutual. As Sean mentioned, we started our partnership with Senior Market Sales back last summer, and we're really excited. Physicians Mutual has certainly expanded. We're growing and growing. We had record growth in med supp sales last year, record growth in bringing on agents. As most of you probably know, we were a captive or career agency, and we've gone from about 1,000 agents to about 17,000 agents in a matter of a couple of years. And so we've certainly made some strides in the Medicare marketplace, and we're really excited about this partnership. So I thought I'd start with telling you some things about Physicians Mutual that might set us aside or make us a little bit different for the customer, and some things that maybe you haven't seen out there from other carriers. So Sean did mention that we do have a patented exclusive Medicare supplement plan. It's called an Innovative G, and you've probably heard out there, a G is a G is a G. There's standardization within Medicare, and so every carrier's G has to be the same. There is standardization out there, but what that means is you can't reduce benefits of a plan. And so, but you can apply to the Department of Insurance to add benefits to a plan. So what we've done is we've created our own Medicare supplement that only we can sell. And we'll go through how the benefits and features of that plan work. It's a great buy for a customer. It's a great value, especially when they're looking to save money. We also have added to our policies in most states, and we'll go through what states it's different in, but it's called the Preventive Benefits Plus rider with a Silver and Fit membership. So we did some seminars with the senior market. What are you not getting from your Medicare supplement that you wish you were? And overwhelming, it was some sort of a gym membership. And so we've combined that with preventive care, unlimited preventive care to offer our rider, and we'll go through exactly how that works. We do have an exclusive 2-year selection guarantee. Leading research tells us that the customer's biggest fear is making the wrong decision. And so what we allow is, obviously in the first 6 months of going on Medicare and their open enrollment, they can go up or down in coverage to any carrier without any medical underwriting. Well, if they're with Physicians Mutual, we've extended that 2-year or that 6 months to 2 years. So within the first 2 years of owning our policy, a customer can go up or down in coverage without any medical underwriting. We also allow a customer to purchase their Medicare supplements with us. If they're going on it when they first turn 65, we allow them to purchase those 7 months in advance. Now, obviously, it doesn't go in force until A and B of Medicare goes in force. But the reason we do that is that same research tells us that 70% of the time a customer will buy from the first agent that they talk to about Medicare. And so we wanted to make sure that you can get into homes and talk about Physicians Mutual as early as possible. We also offer some age bands that we'll go through. We'll go through our underwriting. We do have a limited underwriting in that 65 through 68 age group if they require underwriting, which is kind of unique. We do also offer a 10% household discount, and we have a very high customer satisfaction rating. First, we're going to talk about that innovative G, that patented exclusive Medicare supplement that only Physicians Mutual can sell. We currently have it approved in all of the states that you see on the screen. So I believe there's about 20 states there that we have it approved in. We are certainly trying to get it approved in more states, but you have to go to each Department of Insurance, present your plan, how it works, to get it approved. So it's approved in all the states you see on the screen now. Now, how the plan works. These are the 3 plans that we're going to sell in most states. Now, there are some states where we sell, obviously we sell Plan A, but there are some other states where we don't have the Innovative G approved yet. We may sell an N in that state. But it's very important that you understand how the high deductible plan works in order to understand how our Innovative Plan G works. So I'm just going to take a minute to explain the Innovative G. And then I'll kind of marry that to how the innovative works. So the high deductible, if the customer goes to the hospital, they would be forced to pay that Part A deductible of $1,676. Customer pays that. The Part B deductible, they're also going to pay that on the high deductible Plan G of $257. And then Medicare covers them at 80% after that Part B deductible is paid. And then the customer pays 20%. Everything that you see here on the right side of the high deductible Plan G goes towards a max out of pocket. And if that customer reaches a max out of pocket of $2,870 in a calendar year, then the high deductible plan kicks in, pays 100% for the rest of the year. The deductibles and co-insurance all restart in January. And it works that way forever. So every January, it resets to the deductibles and the co-insurance and then a new max out of pocket, just like group health insurance. The Innovative G works exactly like the high deductible Plan G, but it works that way temporarily. So customers' exposure, worst case scenario on an Innovative G would be the Part A deductible, the Part B deductible. Medicare is going to cover them at 80%. They pay 20%. If they reach a max out of pocket of $2,870, then the plan kicks in and pays 100% for the rest of the year. So again, just like their group insurance worked. But it works that way temporarily. So it works that way. The remainder of the year it goes in force. So in this situation, the remainder of 2025, and then 2 full calendar years. So all of 26 and all of 27. And then on January 1st of 2028, the Part A deductible disappears. The 20% disappears. The max out of pocket disappears, and they convert to a Plan G for the rest of their life. Now, a couple of things. They're getting, they start out with about a 25% discount in premium by going with an Innovative G over a Plan G. So that's one nice benefit is they're getting a nice reduction in their premium and they get to keep that 25% discount for life. The second nice thing about the Innovative is at any point their health changes and they know they're going to hit that $2,870 max out of pocket. We allow them to convert to a Plan G without any medical underwriting the first of the next month. So that $2,870 exposure, they can do away with that if their health changes, move over to a Plan G, and it's just a simple letter that says, please drop the rider on my policy. I'd like to convert to a Plan G. The premium would change for them. So they would go to whatever that Plan G premium is. They would lose that discount that they're getting. But if they wait that 2+ years and they convert over because it's been the remainder of that first year plus 2 full years, they get to keep that discount for life. This illustration here just helps you understand maybe a little bit better about when it converts to a Plan G. So if they bought it with an October effective date, it would be 3 months, October, November, December, and then 2 full calendar years. If they bought it with a December effective date, it's 1 month plus 2 full calendar years. The only time it's a 3 full calendar year is if they start it on a January 1st effective date, because it's the remainder of year 1, which would be a full calendar year, then plus 2 more years. We've been selling a variation of this Innovative since 2008, so it's not a new plan for us. Back then, we were selling it as an Innovative F, and then when the regulation changed in 2020 with the Plan Fs, we moved that rider to our Plan G. Again, I mentioned that 25%, it starts out at a 25% discount and that discount grows over time. But you might be thinking, well, I don't want to put my customer in a plan where they could be exposed to $2,870 or whatever Medicare sets that max out of pocket to for 3 years. very few people are actually hitting that max out of pocket. Our stats show us that 97% of the people do not hit it in the first year. So that means only 3% of the people who are buying the policy hit that full max out of pocket in year one. And 82% of the people never hit it. What we see, the average out-of-pocket cost on this innovative is about $600 a year. Now, we already know that regardless of what plan they have, unless they've got the F from back when, they're going to have that Part B deductible, which is $257. So really, they're only exposing themselves to approximately, based on our averages, about another $350 a year, but they're saving substantially more than that in premiums. So you've got somebody who's healthy, great plan for them. If you've got somebody who's budget conscious, very great plan for them. Because remember, if their health changes, they can always convert to a Plan G the first of the next month without any underwriting. Pricing. This example just shows you a difference if a customer bought an Innovative versus a customer who bought a Plan G. So say you have twin sisters. One of them buys the Innovative, one of them buys the Plan G. You can see here if they bought it at age 65, I've highlighted age 68 because that's when the plan or the Innovative G converts to a Plan G in this situation. Now they can buy it at any age. They may have to go through underwriting. I've just used pricing here on an Omaha zip code, female with a household discount, non-tobacco. You can see the difference that those two twin sisters would be paying, the one who bought the Innovative and the one who bought the G, for the exact same coverage at age 68. And you can see over the course of, I've illustrated 15 years. If they bought just based on premiums, the Innovative G sister is going to save about $13,000 in premiums over the course of those 15 years. And you can see it starts out at about a 25, depending on the state, it's anywhere between 25 and maybe a little higher than 30% discount initially. But those premium dollars annually certainly add up because I've illustrated a 7% increase. It doesn't matter what you illustrate, as long as it's the same rate increase on both plans. You can see how the premium dollars, it's a huge savings for a customer to start out in an Innovative G versus a Plan G. Again, we sell more Plan Gs than we sell Innovative Gs. However, we're starting to see more and more customers over the last 2 years purchase that Innovative G versus a Plan G, strictly based on premiums. They're trying to save premium dollars. So that's our Innovative. Obviously, everybody knows how the Plan G works. The rider that I mentioned that can be added to a policy. So it's called our Preventive Benefits Plus rider, and it includes unlimited preventive benefits, regardless of Medicare's limitations, and access to the Silver and Fit program, which gives them access to a gym membership, online workout videos, lifestyle coaching, well-being club. They get a home fitness kit every year. They get all of this for $9.53 a month. It does have to be added in at the time of purchase of the Med Supp. That's how the departments of insurance approved it. So it can be added in when they buy it. They cannot add it at a later date, but they can drop it at a later date. So if in, 5-10 years, they're no longer using those benefits, they could reduce their premiums by dropping that rider. The preventive benefits, you may be thinking, well, Medicare covers preventive care. Sure, it does cover some preventive care. They do have timelines and limitations. For example, Medicare will pay for a welcome to Medicare visit and a wellness visit, but they won't pay for a full physical. And if that gets coded as a full physical, Medicare is going to decline it. We would pay it at 100%, regardless of whether or not it's declined by Medicare. We also cover things like lifeline screenings or thermography that are neither of which are covered by Medicare. CBC blood panel. You can get blood panel done through Medicare and it's covered. A lot of times you got to either have symptoms present or have a current diagnosis or be within a specific time frame. We don't require any of that. We don't require symptoms present for any of that. What a lifeline screening is, it's a whole litany of screenings. Lifeline Screening is the name of the company, and they set up at YMCAs, churches, senior centers, places like that. And like I said, pricing wise, it's anywhere from $150 to $250, depending on how many testing they're getting done. And a lot of times to go get this testing that you see done here on the screen at your doctor's office, again, you got to be within a timeline, symptoms present, or a current diagnosis. They will not bill Medicare because they know Medicare doesn't cover it. So the customer would have to pay it up front. submit the claim or the receipt to us, and we would reimburse the customer within 7 to 10 days. Same thing with Lifeline or thermography, not covered by any insurance company out there or Medicare, except for Physicians Mutual. If you've never heard of thermography, it's a thermal scan of the body that detects inflammation. So it can tell you, it can actually give that, it doesn't necessarily give a diagnosis, but it can show areas of concern, sometimes even before symptoms. We see a lot of females that will get their mammograms done this way because it's said to catch breast cancer a couple of years prior to traditional mammograms catching it. So again, nothing that's covered by Medicare or any other insurance company out there. So the customer, they won't bill Medicare. So the customer would have to pay it up front. And then we would reimburse them at 100% of the cost of the thermography. The Silver and Fit, I went through the different places. There's lots and lots of fitness centers available nationwide. The at-home fitness kit, every year they get to choose something from the screen. And of course, Silver and Fit's always adding things to it, or, you know, if they see something that's not very popular, they might replace it with something else. But the value of these is anywhere from $30 in value all the way up to just shy of $100 in value. And every year they get to choose something here. So whether it's a Garmin, a Fitbit, and if their policy goes in force in December, they can get something from the screen. And then in January, because it's a new calendar year, they can order another item. So this is a great opportunity when your customer's calling you because they you're doing their Part D plan. It's a great time to call and say, hey, and also let's get you your free gift. Or you're calling them on their birthday and hey, let's get you your free gift from your insurance company. So just a nice talking point with your customers to continue to earn their business. It's available differently in different states. So again, it's something you have to apply to the Department of Insurance to add to policies and then wait and see how they approve it. So in the yellow, Arizona, Alabama, Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, Nebraska, Nevada, Oklahoma, South Carolina, South Dakota, Tennessee, Indiana, California. It's approved as a rider. So you can sell it without the rider and you're just selling the standardized plans, or and it's available on any of our plans. So it's available on our high deductible, our innovative, our plan G for $9.53. The ones that you see here in the blue, Texas and Wisconsin have approved it a little bit differently. In Ohio, in Texas, we had to automatically price it in and include it. So any med sup sold in Texas or Wisconsin, they're going to automatically have the preventive and Silver and Fit as a part of their policy. So if you're comparing, you know, dollars and cents on the premiums, you might see ours are slightly higher because this benefit is already included on the policy. In Pennsylvania, or I'm sorry, Ohio, it's included on the innovative, the preventive and the Silver and Fit. However, on the G and high deductible, they wouldn't approve the preventive. They would only approve Silver and Fit. So the Silver and Fit is included on those plans there. And the preventive and Silver and Fit is on the innovative in Ohio. And then in Pennsylvania, they also would not approve unlimited preventive care. They only approve the Silver and Fit. So it is also priced in Pennsylvania. Some standard states where we don't have any innovation is going to be Missouri, Kentucky, Florida, Georgia. So no preventive care, Silver and Fit, and no innovative G. Those would be states where we would sell that plan in. However, any state that we sell in, we do offer the 2-year selection guarantee. And again, what that means is within the first 2 years of owning our policy, a customer can go up or down in coverage with us without any medical underwriting. It's just a new application. We see they already have a policy with us. We see that they're within 2 years. There's no medical underwriting. It's just automatically issued. So again, if the customer buys a plan G and they've got some financial issues, they could go down to a high deductible. If they buy a high deductible and they've got some health issues, they can go up to a plan G. We always allow, and it's 2 years to go up or down. However, after that 2 years, we always allow people to go down to our high deductible plan without any medical underwriting. Age bands. So we don't take our first age rate increase with a customer until they turn 69. So we're just going to be taking trend and medical inflation. And this, depending on the state, last year we took anywhere from 9 to 14% for our rate increases across the country. Rate increases are certainly, we used to pride ourselves on single digit rate increases, but as AHIP has made us fully aware of, claims, post-COVID claims there's a lot more claims coming in than there were post-COVID. At 69, we're going to add on that age rate increase. It's all going to happen together at the same time, though. We don't take multiple rate increases within a 12-month span. And that age rate increase with us is usually between 1, maybe as high as 3%. So anytime you're quoting a customer with us that's between the ages of 65 and 68, they're all going to receive the same price as a 65-year-old. So it's basically age forgiveness back to 65 if they're in that age group. So if you've got some people in that age group that have gotten some rate increases that want you to shop around, check us out. There's probably a pretty good chance you can save them some money. Our underwriting, we love that 65 to 68 age group. And so we've done some limited underwriting. What you see on the screen here is going to be the underwriting. We don't do fully underwritten policies unless they're coming to us at the age of 69 or older. So this is what you're going to have to ask them: height and weight. And then in the last 24 months, have they been treated or told by a medical professional that they have any of the following? So I'm going to scan through them, but basically any kidney disease, kidney failure, kidney dialysis, internal cancer, cancer in need of surveillance, or cancer that's gone into remission, diabetes requiring the use of insulin. Insulin's a knockout for us. Or diabetes in combination with a heart disease. So maybe they're just on metformin, but they have AFib or congenital heart failure. That would be a knockout. We're not concerned with high blood pressure. Arthritis that restricts mobility, requires physical therapy or major joint injections. Those are all leading to a joint replacement. Rheumatoid arthritis, drug abuse, psychotic disorders, IV infusions that are consistent. If it's an ER visit or hospitalization or surgery, we're not concerned. Oxygen as a medical condition, there we're really looking for COPD or emphysema. Have they been admitted to the hospital in the last 3 months? Or do they have a pending surgery? Those are going to be our knockout questions. We don't do a med check unless they're coming to us at 69 or older. The only thing would be the insulin. Again, insulin is an automatic decline for us. We do offer a household discount. Our household discount is 10%. 2 ways they can qualify for it. If they're married, they get the discount. Doesn't matter how old their spouse is. If they are married, they automatically get our discount. Or if they have a roommate, they're not married, but they have a roommate that is 60 or older, then they also get the discount. Kentucky is a little bit different there based on the age. We do offer a very lucrative Medicare supplement bonus. And it's a year-long bonus program. So it's not that we're offering it for 3 months, that it's a special. It's here for the year, and it's a monthly program. And how it works is if you issue 5 Medicare supplements, they do have to be eligible Medicare supplements. So there are some exclusions: anniversary rule, birthday rule, guarantee issue. And when I say guarantee issue, I mean one of the 7 guarantee issue rights through Medicare. I'm not talking about open enrollment. Those would be excluded. There are some other state specifics, but we're just going to stick to the main bonus program. So if you issue 5 underwritten or open enrollment Medicare supplements in the calendar month, you've triggered the bonus. And we're going to pay you $50 for every open enrollment policy. Other than the high deductible is excluded from the bonuses also. $150 if it's an open enrollment innovative G policy, and $200 for every underwritten. So if it's a innovative G and it's underwritten, it's $200. So $50 for every open enrollment, $150 for every open enrollment innovative plan G, and $200 for every underwritten policy. Occasionally, the last few years, we've done a special in the 4th quarter where we've offered $300 for underwritten. But this is our standardized Medicare supplement bonus program that's guaranteed to be there the entire year. So certainly a great opportunity to take advantage of a lucrative bonus program. We do have a 95% customer satisfaction rating. The reason I bring that up, usually if a customer gets upset at an insurance company, they're upset at the agent first. And so I just want to let you know that if you do place business with Physicians Mutual, there's a pretty good chance your customer is going to be satisfied with us, which means they're going to be satisfied with you. And we're not new to the Medicare supplement business. We've been in business since 1902, so we are one of the longest standing insurance companies out there. And we've been selling Medicare supplements since they were first available to be sold back in 1965. So we know what we're doing. It's not going to be a carrier that you're going to get notification in the mail from that says we're no longer selling Medicare supplements. This is our main product line. Again, we do sell dental, we sell cancer, we sell some life insurance that are available for agents. We do sell pet insurance that's only available through our home office. We also sell, we're in the pre-need business, so we are we're A-rated with the AM Best, we're A+ rated with the Weiss ratings. So very, very, very financially stable. One of the few insurance companies out there that has zero debt. And so we don't owe a penny to any lenders. So we're very, very financially stable. Any questions, Sean, in your chat before I move on to dental?
Yeah, Sandy, no, appreciate that. I do see a few questions coming in. So I think we had an agent asking if we could, I think, just share the slides. I know we will have a recording of this. I think when you're going through some of the slides on the Innovative G where you showed how much usage is actually out, how much is it actually being utilized? I think that's when I saw this question come through. So they may be referencing if any of that material is available for client use.
Absolutely. Yep, I'll email all that to you, Sean, so you can forward it out to the participants.
Okay, great. And then there was a question also, this was when you were going through the medical questions, asking if there is only a 2-year look back on the medical questions.
Yep, so 2 years in that time frame. Most of our, even if it's fully underwritten, most of it is within the last 24 months.
Okay. Question on the commissions and if in Kentucky for the birthday rule, are the commissions different? So yeah, and that might be one, if you call in, or Greg, I see your name right here. We can send you the commission schedule for Kentucky. I know the birthday rule because I was just looking at this, right? The commissions are reduced in Kentucky for the birthday rule. It does vary by some of the birthday rule states, but Kentucky, I know that is paid as a guarantee issue there to answer that question. But we can send you the commission schedule. And then lastly, just asking if this will be recorded, and we will send out a recording of this. Is the Med Supp only offered through senior market sales? That's a good idea. That would be exclusively offered through us. I wish that was the case, but I do know that, yeah, this Med Supp is offered outside of us as well. What is the underwriting process for clients interested in changing from a competitor's Plan G to Physicians Mutual? So I think that was those underwriting questions that you had walked through, right, Sandy?
Yeah, those underwriting questions that I showed there, if they're under the age of 69, if they're over the age of 69, there's some additional health questions, and then we do ask you to list their medications. And we use a company called Milliman that has an IRIX system. And so based on how the customer, that will answer the questions, we may or may not do a phone interview. So what we do is we take the application, we go out and do the search through Milliman's IRIX program. And if everything looks kosher, and they're and we don't feel like we need to double check on anything, it usually issues within 24 hours. If there's a question on, maybe they're 69 or older and there's a question on what they might be taking a medication for, maybe it wasn't clear on the application, or maybe there's something in the medical records that would maybe make us think that they're taking it for something else, then we may do a phone interview. But again, we use the Milliman IRIX system, and sometimes it's wrong. I mean, we'll decline a policy based on a medical condition that's listed in their medical records, and then they can certainly appeal that. It just means that someone along the line has submitted incorrect medical records on that customer. And so they may have to do a little work with their doctor to get it correct records submitted, but we'll always review it if that's the case, to see if we can issue it with different medical records.
Yeah, yeah, and we can share a copy of the application too. So if you want to review the underwriting questions, we'd be happy to send that over. I just see a couple other commission questions. Yeah, commissions in North Carolina. We can send. I can follow up with that and send the commission schedule there. And then there's a question here just on the timing of commissions, Sandy, if you know, just asking if those are paid monthly, or weekly, or how the frequency of payments.
If we're paying you direct, we pay weekly. So, and we pay, you have the opportunity to choose advancing. And if you've selected for us to advance commission to, if you sold something today, and it issues this week, you're gonna get paid, next Friday. Now, if it is sold today, but it doesn't issue, you'll still get paid next Friday. But it may be, we pay 6 months on submit, 5 months on issue. So if it happens all within the same week and you're taking advances, you're gonna get 11 months up front on med supp. Otherwise, you can be paid as earned. On our dental, we pay 9 months up front if you've selected advancing or as earned. And our bonus program always pays out the 3rd Friday of the following month. So if you've bonused in February, the 3rd Friday of March is when you're gonna get paid your bonus.
Perfect. Hey, you're ready to answer that one. And then the last question I see, and then we can move and transition over to the dental line. It just was a question: if a client purchased a Plan G from another carrier during their initial enrollment period, turning 65, and is still in their open enrollment, can they switch to physicians? So I would say yes on that. Yeah, if they're still within
We
their.
would follow Medicare's rules on the open enrollment, initial enrollment, with that 6 months. No.
Yeah, yeah, it's not a one-time election like it is maybe on the Medicare Advantage side. So yeah, you would still have that opportunity. All right, appreciate all the questions.
Okay, our dental is pretty simple. No deductible, no annual or lifetime maximum, so no cap on the benefits. You may see some carriers with 1,000, 1,500, 2,500 max benefits. We don't have a max benefit, so there is no cap on the benefits. We've partnered with Emeritus, so we do use the Emeritus network. And if they're in network, we're gonna pay 100% for 2 cleanings per year, so exams, x-rays, cleanings twice per year. Preventive and basic care begin immediately, so they could buy the policy today, go in this afternoon and get their teeth cleaned and a cavity filled. We do have a 12-month wait period for major benefits. So crowns, bridges, root canals, dentures, implants, they're gonna be 12-month wait period. People always ask, do you do a waiver of the wait period if they've had credible coverage? We don't, so it is just gonna be the 12 months. Reason being, every benefit you add to a policy, the premium has to be a little bit higher. And so when we did the survey of the senior market, and we sell all ages, but our main customer is going to be the senior market because it goes really well with the med supp. What would you rather have? 12-month wait period waive or some implant benefits? And overwhelming, they wanted implant benefits because most people can wait, or may not have a lot. They can get their work done before they go on the plan from their group plan or whatever the case may be. But so we do have that 12-month wait period on major benefits. The only place where we do have a cap on the benefits that they can receive is going to be the implant benefits, and it's $1,000 lifetime maximum benefit for implants, which seems like a small amount, but that's just for the the screw that's going into the gums. There's no restrictions on the crown part of it or a root canal or anything else that goes along with it. And then the reason we even have $1 of benefits on implants is because we have implant benefits as a part of the policy. Any network dentist that they go to has to give them the negotiated rate on the on the plan. So they have to go by the fee schedule. And so normally an implant is going to cost them the neighborhood of $5,000, but because they have our policy, even if they've exhausted their $1,000 implant benefit, the dentist still has to give them the negotiated rate, which is about a 38% discount. And so instead of an implant costing them $5,000, it's going to cost them about $3,200 just because they own our policy. It does cover about 400 procedures. This here is what our brochure looks like. And I'll go through the benefits, but up here in the top corner is a QR code that you can scan. Takes you to a quick minute and 38-second video. It gives you a high level of explanation of how our dental plan works. We have a lot of agents that will just send the video to customers, but I'll play it real quick just so you can get, and then we'll get into the details of the plan.
Why buy dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company? Because this is real dental insurance that helps cover over 400 covered procedures, the ones you're most likely to need. There are no deductibles, and you can go to any dentist you like, or you can save more by seeing a dentist in our network. Right away, we provide coverage for both preventive and basic care, such as cleanings, exams, and x-rays, or fillings and simple tooth extractions. After 12 months, we help pay for major procedures, things like root canals, crowns, bridges, even dentures. All 4 coverage options have the same features, such as 100% coverage for preventive care when you see an in-network dentist. No waiting periods for preventive and basic care, and major care begins after 12 months. No deductible, no annual maximum on cash benefits. The only difference is how much each one pays for basic and major services. Our Premier Insurance Plan pays 70% of your covered basic and major procedures, and our other 3 insurance plans pay a set dollar amount. While the Premier Insurance Plan costs a little more, it pays the highest benefits. No matter which option you choose, there is no annual maximum on the cash benefits you can receive. Plus, we offer optional vision and hearing benefits. So don't wait. Get dental insurance from Physicians Mutual Insurance Company before your next checkup.
Okay, so you see on the screen here in red, this, we sell individual, husband, wife, one parent family, all family. And this is just the pricing for an individual, just to give you a general idea. So the economy, standard, and preferred plan, as it mentioned in the video, it pays a set dollar amount when it comes to basic and major benefits. As long as they're in network, it's going to pay 100% of the preventive care. But customers are used to a percentage, and so we've applied a percentage here to give you a general idea and give the customer a general idea, approximately how much that set dollar amount would pay. So on the economy, on the basic and major benefits, it's going to pay approximately 25%. On the standard plan, it's going to pay approximately 40%. Excuse me, and on the preferred, it's going to pay approximately 55%. The Premier, as the video said, is a set percentage, so 70%. So if the bill is $1,000, we're going to pay $700. If the bill is $5,000, we're going to pay $3,500. If the bill is $10,000, we're going to pay $7,000. It's a set 70%. Now they can go in network or out of network. Obviously, just like if they had group dental insurance and they went out of network, it's going to pay better if they're in network. So how the 70% works if they go out of network is it's going to pay 70% of whatever the fee schedule was. So if the fee schedule and the negotiated rate is $1,000, we're going to pay $700. If the fee schedule is $1,000, but that dentist charges $1,200, we're still going to pay 70% of what the fee schedule was, which would still be that $700, even though the dentist is charging a couple $100 more than what the allowable fee schedule was because they're out of network. The vision and hearing rider can be added to the dental policy. The vision and hearing is not a standalone plan. It has to be added to the dental if they want it for $8.95. And what they get for that $8.95 is $100 towards their eye exam every year, which right there, if they're getting that done, it's paying for itself. Plus they get $150 per year towards vision correction. So like glasses, contact lenses, and that benefit starts after they've had the policy for 3 months, then they can get that $150 every year. They don't have to be a network. They can go anywhere. They can go to Costco, Walmart. They can order them online through Glasses USA or Warby Parker or wherever they can get it. If the place won't file the claim for them, customer would just pay it, submit the receipt to us, and we would reimburse them within 7 to 10 days. If they find themselves at a VSP network provider, they could get some additional discounts. So they could get up to 20% off the exam, glasses, 15% off contact lenses. They can even get some discounts off of LASIK if they want that as well. The hearing benefits, it's $75 for the hearing exam once per year, and then up to $500 per hearing aid. So $1,000 total in hearing aid benefits. They do have to have the policy for 12 months before we would pay towards the hearing aids. So again, not a standalone, can be added to the policy, to the dental policy. And if they don't buy it initially, they could buy it in the future. Occasionally, we will send out offers on our dental to your customers that say, would you like some additional benefits? Like one of them that's going out now is, would you like an additional 10%? They've got the Premier plan. Would you like additional 10% coverage, which takes them up to 80%? And then it also allows them to get $2,000 towards implants. That's a plan we're looking at just offering in the future, maybe by fourth quarter where they could buy it, a plan that just starts out at 80% coverage. Something we're looking at. If they add anything to their policy, you do get commission on that. So our website, we think it's fairly easy to use. There's our website, some things that you can get from our website. If you have questions about whether or not their dentist is in the network, you can find that from our website. You can get some just real quick quotes. If you're on the fly and you don't have time to log into your quoting software, you could just get some quick quotes from our webpage as well as log into the agent platform. Login is there. So finding a dentist. This is our main web page right here. It just says find a dentist. You can click on that, do a dentist search. You can either just search by a zip code, city, state, or if you wanted to, and it's available in Mexico as well. Outside the United States, there are network dentists that are in the Americas network, so they can use the plan outside the US. But if you know the specific dentist name, you can just enter that here to see if they're in the network. If the dentist is not in the network, you can click on these three lines up here and you can do add my dentist. You put the information in on the dentist, that's submitted over to Emeritus, and they would reach out to that dentist to see if they're interested in joining the network. If you just want to get a quick quote on the dental, you just click on the dental icon here where it says dental insurance, and it's going to give you a quick quote. It's the same price in all states except for Nevada. We have a little bit, our plans work a little bit different there based on a required loss ratio. So whatever state, this just says Nebraska. And then you could change it here. This would be for an individual. Again, you could change it to husband, wife, one parent, family, all family. Do not click apply now here. That's going to take you through our customer application. You would go into the platform to help a customer apply. But just to get you a quick quote, that's where you can go here. If you want a quick quote on a med sup, again, you're on the fly, you don't have time to log into your platform, or you can just click on Medicare supplement. You put in whether it's a female or male, their date of birth and their zip code, and it's going to bring up the pricing for you. If you want to see, it's going to give you our with all the discounts. So maybe you need to remove one of the discounts. You can click on see how the plan pays. And it's there's more information is going to come up on here. I've just done a snippet. This is for a non-smoker. That's the discount you're getting. They're qualifying for the household discount. So if you need to remove the discount, you remove it, change the quote. If you need to add the preventive benefits plus rider, you can add that. It's going to change the quote. But again, that's just a quick quote for you on the fly. To log into our system, you're going to click up here on agent platform login. You'll click login. Otherwise, there's some secure document upload stuff you can do here. You can request your book of business here. But once you log in, it's going to take you to our platform where you can do our electronic application. You can check your commission statements. You can, if you needed to get brochures, you can get those from our marketing and sales materials. You wanted to go into our detailed quoting software because you wanted to send a quote to a customer, you can do it from here. Otherwise, you can use whatever platform you're currently using. We're on Lead Advantage Pro with Senior Market Sales. We're also on several other out there. And then going into our application, we think it's fairly easy in our minds. You're just putting in the resident state of the customer up top, your NPN number, whether you're in person or you're remote. In person, it means you're with them and you're going to have them sign your computer for their signature. Remote, you're going to get your signature two ways, either voice signature or DocuSign. You do have the ability to go in, fill out the application in advance, and then save it, and then come back in. And once you've clicked in person or remote, then it's going to ask you if you want to retrieve a saved application. If you click that, it's going to bring up any saved applications that you have. You got your product lines in there, you're filling in the customer information. here's where you're gonna decide whether you're doing an IVR, which is a voice recording, or you're gonna do DocuSign. Two different ways you can do DocuSign: text message or email. So once you get to the end of the application, you're gonna, if it's IVR, the voice recording, a phone number is gonna pop up on your screen with a script. So you're gonna call that phone number. It's a recorded line with you and the customer. And you're gonna go through it. You're just gonna say, please state your first, you're gonna read the policy number, which is gonna be on your screen. Customer, please say your first and last name. And you go, please say yes to electronically sign the application. Please say yes to electronically sign the authorization for bank withdrawal. You'll go through those yeses, hit pound, you're done with the signature. Takes about 60 to 90 seconds. Otherwise, you can do DocuSign. It's going to send it to them via text message or email. It's going to ask them for an access code. You need to know that their access code is the last 4 digits of their phone number. So you'll put that on there. DocuSign or IVR, both are very easy. If it's an open enrollment, Medicare supplement, and everything is in good working order, and you grab the signature, if the IVR obviously is done right away, if they do the DocuSign within an hour, everything will issue overnight. Any questions on our dental or our application?
Candy, I did see a couple of questions come through. Question on the vision insurance coverage. Does it cover a refractive test?
Yep. So we'll just pay $100. So if the eye exam and the refractive portion is 120, we're going to pay up to the 100.
Okay. And then there was another question here: is perio and endo in basic or major?
Yeah, great question. I just had that yesterday from another agent. It depends on how the code comes through from the dentist. So some of the periodontal stuff that happens is basic, and some of it is major benefits. It's all dependent on the code that the dentist uses. And so, but we can certainly get you, we have what we call a reference guide, and it's every dental code that we cover, whether it's in basic, preventive, basic, or major, and exactly how much it pays towards each of those procedures. So I'll make sure to include that, Sean, so you can send that out as well.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Yeah, those are the only 2 questions I see regarding dental.
Okay. We do have an incentive trip that all agents have the ability to qualify for. And how they qualify for it is based on premium. We call it production credits because there are some situations where you get to double the premium. And it's based on annual premium. So if you issue $250,000 worth of annual premium with us, and again, there are some things you get double premium for. 75 Medicare supplements. You can either choose trip or cash. Our trip for next year is going to be to the Dominican Republic. All expense paid trip for you and a guest. Obviously, there's some exclusions, internal replacements, which would be they already have a Physicians Mutual Med Supp, and you're rewriting them to a different Physicians Mutual Med Supp. That's what we call an internal replacement. Any guarantee issue, birthday rule, anniversary rule, or underage are all going to be excluded. But any open enrollment or underwritten. So an underwritten or an innovative G Medicare supplement, you get double premium. So let's say the annual premium is $1,500. You get $3,000 towards the production credits. Otherwise, if it's any other Medicare supplement, dental, life, or cancer with us, whatever the annual premium is, that goes towards your $250,000. It's challenging, but not, but certainly, you know, I think for our convention that we're going to here in April, which is in Vancouver, British Columbia, we had maybe 120 some agents qualify for it. So certainly, we already have for this next year, we have a gentleman that already has like 198,000 production credits. He's writing a lot of underwritten business, so it's all double credits. So, but I guarantee you, it will rival any trip that you have said has been the best trip you've ever been on. A trip with Physicians Mutual would certainly rival that. And this is just a map that shows what we sell and where we sell it. So you can see our med subs, anything, we call it our tic-tac map, but anything in red, orange, or black, it just depends on the book of business that we have going in that state. But those are going to be states we sell Medicare supplements in. the teal, or aqua maybe. That's where we sell our dental plan. The only state that it would be different in would be Nevada. We have a different dental plan in Nevada. And the 70% plan is not available there. So this, again, this is where we are gonna sell, what states we sell what product in. So that's what I've got, Sean. If there's, any questions, now would be a good time. It's like we're right at 50 minutes, so.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah, and getting appointed, if you're appointed with us already, thank you. And we would love to earn your business. If you're not appointed with us yet, and you think that this is something you might want to add to your portfolio, certainly reach out to your contacts at Senior Market Sales. Our appointment process is pretty easy. Once we have the information, or once Senior Market Sales has the information that they need from you, they'll email you the contracting packet. The email comes from producersexpress@sercon.com. Once you've filled it out, usually within 24 hours, you're appointed with us. We pay all your appointment fees. We do just-in-time appointments. We'll initially contract you in your resident state. And then as you write business with us, we'll do just-in-time appointments in any non-resident states. Except for Pennsylvania, they do not allow just-in-time appointments. So if that's a state you want to get appointed with, just let Senior Market Sales know up front, and we'll get you appointed there initially as well. And I am always available. You have great resources at Senior Market Sales. But I'm gonna give you my cell phone number, because if you're in an appointment and you've got a question and you need it answered right away, I want you to call me on my cell phone. Cell phone number is 402-250-0540. Again, my name is Sandy, S-A-N-D-Y, Higdon, H-I-G-D-O-N. Phone number 402-250-0540. Now, you're always welcome. I know you've got a contact at Senior Market Sales. They can certainly help you. But if it's after hours or you can't get a hold of somebody, don't hesitate to call me. If I don't answer, I'm probably on the phone with another agent. Just send me a quick text. Let me know you're in an appointment and you need help right away, and I'll get back to you right away.
That's awesome, Sandy. And I can tell you from experience, Sandy is super responsive. So take her up on that if needed. I don't see any other questions that came through. So there's a couple of follow-up items that folks wanted to see commission schedules. So we'll send those out afterwards and get you a copy of those. And like Sandy said, reach out to your favorite marketer if you're interested in getting contracted, or if you have any questions at all. So we'll end it there. So yeah, thank you everyone for attending, and thanks for your time, Sandy.
Absolutely. Thank you. And thank you all for attending. Yes, appreciate it.
Okay. All right. Have a good day, everyone. Thank you.